Oh my gosh. Hey, good morning, everyone. Welcome back to the show. This is Morning Drive. This is You Guys Are My Friends. The time now is 9:24, and, we'd like to wish you all a good morning and happy holiday season. Save a turkey leg for me. This is the show that we do. We want to make sure that you're getting to where you need to be, and we're here to see you the entire way. We just want to make sure you get there safely. Please be safe, for fuck's sake. I mean, for Christ's sake. All right, so welcome back to the show. My name is Nacho Nova, and with me as always is Jessica.
Hey everyone, how's it going on this eve of Thanksgiving?
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. We have our forks and knives in the studio. We are carving them up. You know how when the cartoon characters are sharpening their knives and forks together? We're doing that in here. It doesn't matter. We're going to be salivating the entire show, folks, like we are sure that you are. But hey, that's neither here nor there. That's tomorrow. But today there's a lot of shit going on. We still got to go to work. We still got to do our, we got to cross our T's, dot our I's. But hey, if you've already got yourselves a holiday weekend planned, more power to you. All right, folks, so it's morning time. It's probably a little trafficy out there. We hope you are not in any sort of gridlock. We hope you are not in any sort of fender bender. And we want you to stay tuned. We got a lot of interesting segments for you this morning. So stick with us. All right, folks. We're well aware of what time it is. This is just something that happens, I would say pretty much constantly. Time. What do you say?
It's true. Yeah. It's constant.
All right, folks. So that's the time. But, enough about what time it is. One of the next segments that we like to get into, as always, is something that helps us familiarize ourselves with stuff that's happened since the last time we had the chance to commune, which was yesterday, right? This is the catch-up segment. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Delicious.
Yum, 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 yum.
All right, catch-up.
Well,
What's been happening with you, famous Jessica?
I don't have much to catch up on. What's new in my life? Let's see.
Hey. I'm going to do a little drum roll because I know that there's something impending going on that's very meaningful. Yeah, that's not a drum roll.
Oh, I learned how to drive.
Wait, what are you talking about?
I learned how to drive for the first time this week.
Oh, holy shit. How did that go?
It was cool. It was a little scary, but now, I have my driver's license and everything.
Tell me something. Have you been able to drive 55?
Not yet. It's too scary. The highest I go is 32.
Okay. And that's sensible because I know in a lot of places the speed limit is 35. And you don't want to get close to that because you don't want to risk getting a ticket.
Mm-hmm. I don't want a ticket. And I also click it because I don't want a ticket. Everybody remember to click it or ticket. Something
I like to do, though, because I like to look like a cool guy, I like to not wear my seatbelt.
That's cool. But then you might die.
Hey.
Then what?
Die young, leave a good-looking corpse.
That's true.
Yeah?
But then everyone will miss you and it'll be sad.
Die young, leave some good-looking friends.
That's also true. Okay.
It's something. When you get my age, you'll have it all figured out. So it's just something that wisdom has given me the perspective to appreciate. But something else I know, speaking of age, it's your birthday. Happy birthday!
Oh, thank you, everyone. Yes, I'll take this moment to say thank you to, what do I say thank you to? My mom for carrying me and pushing me out of her lady parts.
I was wondering where you came from.
Yeah, it's pretty gross, but it happens, right?
Well, yeah, assume that's where I came from. Nobody ever really gave me the entire story. What about your dad? What did he have to do with it?
I think he was just a donor.
What do you mean, like he donated his liver?
No, he gave her his heart.
Oh, that's romantic.
He said, have this, and then maybe you can make a baby by yourself.
I want to play this for you.
Happy birthday to you.
Oh my gosh. Well, happy birthday.
That was very nice. Thank you. Thank you, everybody at Morning Drive for setting that up for me. I feel very special.
If you want to send her happy birthday wishes, it's at your butt on Twitter. She'll probably have the opportunity to respond.
This is true.
Okay, well, I mean, that's a good catch-up. Any special plans? I mean, now that you have your license, do you have any plans to, joyride, cruise?
Yeah, the first thing I want to do is I want to drive to the grocery store since, it's easier to cart all of those delicious groceries I buy at the grocery store to my house.
And now you can buy heavier groceries.
Mm-hmm. Now I don't have to just limit myself to, 2 bags. I can get, 12.
You had been eating a lot of powdered foods.
Mm-hmm. Powdered foods, eggs, hot dogs, beans.
You would sometimes just grab a loaf of bread and eat it on the couch.
Yeah, just because I can't eat anything with substance.
Well, because it's light. It's easier to carry a loaf of bread than more substantial food.
This is true.
Hey.
But now I'll be so full of nutrients.
Because you have a car?
Yeah.
Yeah, you can get real heavy foods. You can get Ensure, the big cans of tomato sauce.
I can buy a whole turkey for this beautiful holiday that's coming up.
Oh my gosh. You were literally making my stomach grumble.
Mm-hmm.
Cool, okay, well... No, I mean, I appreciate that, and I think maybe that means I'll probably be eating a little better. When it be one of these, in evenings, you can take me out to Makeout Creek.
Okay.
Oh my gosh.
Sorry guys, we don't mean to make you horny. Yeah, you can get arrested for being too, what would you call it, happy in public.
Horny exposure, right?
Oh, gross.
What?
I just hate that word. I'm sorry.
I heard it was invented by Albert Einstein.
Mm-hmm. Well, I guess then it's not such a bad word after all.
It's smart and erudite.
Mm-hmm.
Now, ketchup.
Ketchup, you. What have you been up to?
Well, hey, now that you mention it, I've been scratching my head trying to think of something. Scratching my fleas and bug bites.
He swears he has bug bites, everyone. He swears he has fleas.
No, this is not imaginary. This is legitimate. But, this is not what I wanted to catch up about. Maybe this is something I should catch up with my doctor about. Just joking. I don't have insurance. I can't go to a doctor. Hey, but, something you may have noticed in my speaking voice today, I have come down with the flu. I am ill. This could be my very last morning drive, realistically.
Well, I think he's got what us ladies like to call a man cold.
What does that mean? I'm a man, so I don't know what you're talking about to the ladies.
You're sick, but you are over dramatic about it.
You know what? I'm going to will myself to pass away to show you my man cold. Yeah.
All
yeah.
right.
You were going to wake up to a corpse. How's that? He died of a man cold. And she rolled her eyes and she did the air quotes. It was very insulting. Hey, listen. I don't profess to know what goes on in a woman's body when she's ill, but for some reason I am getting denigrated simply because of my gender. I wasn't able to
say genitals.
I wasn't able to pick my gender at birth, okay? All right? So this is a little bit insulting. I'm literally floored. I'm laying down on the floor. Wow. Oh my gosh, wow. Okay, so I'm going to have to speak to HR after this because this is insane. This is insane that I'm dealing with this in the workplace.
Well, you just gotta be less dramatic about your man cold.
I'm not even being dramatic. It's just something that's affecting me.
Okay.
I just said the only thing that I said was that you could hear it in my voice.
Okay.
But I guess you have to deal with me around the house.
Mm-hmm.
What am I doing? All I'm doing is blowing my nose.
Blowing your nose, saying you're sick over and
Okay,
over.
so a woman isn't going to blow her nose? Is that
A woman doesn't say they're sick over and over. I'm sick.
I can't get over it. I'm used to being healthy. You know what I mean? I'm used to healthiness.
Okay, all right, hotshot. All right, healthy man.
Well, I mean physical healthiness, not mental healthiness.
Okay.
So, hey, that's what I'm dealing with. And, to me, because I'm usually a very healthy person, I'm not like some sort of creep who loves to lean on his illnesses, like the picture you're painting. I get sick rarely.
But you're talking about it on the podcast.
Because I'm never sick on the podcast.
Oh, okay.
And it never affects my voice, but today it does. Like, I'm mentally ill on every radio show that we do, you know what I mean? But this is the first time I'm physically ill. So I just, in case people are wondering, like, hey...
why you sound so nasally.
Yeah.
Okay.
This is just out of the blue physical illness. Potentially the flu, because I got aches and pains. Listen, let's go into each one of my...
Tell me about all of your aches and
Okay,
pains.
I got an ailment list right here. List of maladies. Aches and pains. Pains is underlined. This is from... we've discussed that I don't have access to a real doctor, so this is from the doctor that I do have access to. The guy that was in front of me at Walgreens. So I have aches and pains. I have a Charlie's horse. I have a Nacho horse. And I have a Satan's steed. I don't know what that means.
We should take you to the hospital.
Probably just the cemetery. I think that just to save some time, go straight to the cemetery.
Yeah, some time and not so much money because you have to pay them to make a hole in it.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure they got a dumpster, right?
Nah.
The city takes care of that. It's in their property tax or their rent. Just get rid of me that way.
What's your preferred dumpster if you were to die tonight?
Easy Clean, is that one?
I don't know. But I'm just saying, like, a parking lot.
Oh, I mean, just municipal landfill. Put me there. I'm good.
Okay.
It's easier on the taxpayers. I'm trying to think of the taxpayers. But that's really been all that's been going on with me. I am being a sissy. I am being a man. A terrible man. I'm sorry. Sorry, everybody. But yeah, hopefully
I accept your apology.
Hopefully this is my last day on Earth, so people can maybe retroactively give me a little bit of credit for this illness I'm experiencing. But we'll see.
Who's going to edit this podcast and release it?
You know what? I'll make
grave?
I'll make that my last act on Earth.
Okay.
Finishing up this to prove a point.
All right, cool.
Hey, but that's
some good work ethic.
Mm-hmm. Stubbornness. Sometimes you can overcome obstacles. Mm-hmm. Stubbornness knows no bounds. But that's me. That's what I'm dealing with. And listen, folks. In addition to all of our silliness and hijinks, we do have a civic duty here. Okay. We are stewards of the municipality, and we want to make sure that you're able to get to where you're going safely. So we want to let you know about the traffic conditions out there right now. Jessica, take it away.
Hey, everyone. So I'm getting some pretty good reports from my partners out in the field and TxDOT. They are telling me there is hardly any traffic today. Pretty smooth ride. I guess a lot of people are out of town for the holiday, so everybody enjoy the smooth sailing roads.
Oh my gosh. Now, when you say sailing, that makes me think of the ocean. Are you saying that the roads are flooded?
Yes, because there is a little bit of rain coming down right now, but nothing to worry about. Just a little bit of rain.
Okay, I got worried for a second. I think my heart skipped a beat.
Mm-hmm.
But
sorry.
that could be a result of my illness as well.
About your that illness you're struggling with.
Whoa, okay. Well, thanks for the traffic update. And we want to make sure that everyone out there, if you are you have a little bit more freedom if you have extra time. Go ahead and just like weave in and out of the lane. Do a little bit of swanging,
Yeah, it looks like you're going to be able to do that today on this very special day.
Treat yourself, please. Okay, cool. That's traffic. And like we always do, we want to get into some mustard. Hell yeah. So we have a ketchup segment and we have a mustard segment. You know this. This is stuff you must have heard about. Mm-hmm. Okay, so listen. We live in topsy-turvy times. We're dealing with, I would say a news story once every day.
Whoa. Maybe even twice a day.
Think about it. If you were to time travel a caveman and put him in present day, like how much new information do you have to deal with as a caveman? Not much, right?
No. Well, actually, what do you mean?
Like, let's say you're a caveman, you wake up, you start a fire, you catch a fish. But this is what I understand about modern times is that there's a lot more information to process. So if you were to time travel a caveman, plop him into modern times, he'd be so overstimulated that his head would explode.
Oh, for sure. For a second I thought you were saying he would not be stimulated right now. I'd be like, whoa. He is, he's very stimulated.
No, he would be, absolutely. He would probably need some sedatives.
Mm-hmm. Like 5.
Now tell me something. What have you heard? I mean, no, I'll tell you something because I wrote all this down. This is stuff that you must have heard about. So we both know something, and here, tell me something. What was your opinion on the recently departed Stan Lee?
Oh, I got sad. He made a whole world for us, a whole world of cool superheroes. Made me a little sad and made me think of what it made me.
Made you think of the Grim Reaper?
Yes.
Oh my gosh. I don't know.
Sorry.
So here's the thing. For those who do not know, I mean, anybody who is capable of downloading a podcast is, in the grand scheme of things, a little bit of a nerd. So people probably know who are listening who Stan Lee is. Maybe not our radio listeners. They're a little more dim. But Stan Lee was a...
Please don't talk about our fans that way.
Oh, shit. I'm sorry. Hey, if you're listening on the radio, turn your radio down real quick. I don't know if they're going to be able to catch that in time. So the part where I insulted them.
Just in case you're not dim, it's okay. You're smart.
Yeah.
You're beautiful. And your mom does love you.
What about Daddy?
I don't know. I can't speak for him.
Oh my gosh. Hey, okay, so yeah, we don't mean to cast aspersions here. And I listen to the radio too, so I'm not speaking from a place of judgment. But Stan Lee, he's a guy. He made comic books. He built them. It's kind of a complicated process. You tear down trees, you process the wood, you make it into pulp, you flatten it out into paper. I mean, we don't need to get into it. But he did a lot of that stuff. And he died recently from passing away disease, which is a real shame. And, the comics community mourned. And I'm not talking about comedians. I'm talking about comic books. You know what I mean? Cartoonists, writers. And, comics recently in the last, few years, that's been an enormous driver in the movies, the box office. Buku box office dollars. As a result of comic book franchises, So, I think that probably opened up comic books to a whole new generation of fans. But Stan Lee's the guy behind a lot of the Marvel books. What are you going to do? The Hulk, X-Men, Spider-Man, Silver Surfer, some other guy, Thor. So many.
Do you do Fantastic Four?
Yeah, Fantastic Four. He's one of those guys where there's like Led Zeppelin, like people say he stole a lot of stuff, you know what I mean? I'm not a judge here. I'm not here to rule on any decision making. I'm just a radio show host. He's a guy that died. But a lot of people are bummed out about it, Look at the internet. There's so many tributes to him going around right now. But somebody who was not mourning him was everyone's least favorite comedian, Bill Maher. Are you familiar with Bill Maher?
Oh, yes. Uh-huh.
How would you describe Bill Maher?
He is I would say a pessimist.
Okay, yeah, I would say so too.
He's just a all-American a-hole.
And I think that's something that people of all stripes can agree on. I would defy you to find somebody who is going to sympathize with Bill Maher. And whoever is the person who does sympathize with Bill Maher is probably an asshole that you don't want to spend time with. And if you're listening and you are the asshole who does sympathize with Bill Maher, take a good look in the mirror. Rate us 1 star if you want to, but don't let the door hit your asshole on the way out, because I had a doorknob in my asshole one time and it is difficult to get out.
Is that true?
Yeah. Okay, so here's the Bill Maher news. He wrote a blog on his
stupid blog. Who fucking writes blogs anymore?
On his Live Journal account, and he was saying that he was basically just shitting not only on Stan Lee, but on comic book fans. And he was saying basically, have you heard this story? Have you seen this? Have you heard about this? He was saying that Donald Trump could only have gotten elected in a country that loves comic books. Did you hear that?
Oh, what an asshole.
He's equating comic books with... I mean...
With what? With dum-dums?
With huffing paint? I mean...
Right-wing dum-dums?
No, not right-wing dum-dums. He's saying basically that people who read comic books are stupid. And comic books are stupid. I mean, he's not even comparing it to pornography, because I'm assuming because he's the kind of guy that goes to Thailand and has sex with prostitutes, that he sees some value in pornography. Do you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So he's just comparing it to huffing paint or getting a hammer and bashing it into your skull. You know what I mean?
Wow.
Or the disease that people get from playing NFL football. You know what I mean? So a lot of people in the comic community are kind of obviously getting angry about that. Neil Gaiman was one of them that was saying something. You know, I mean, there's so many comic people who are coming out of the...
out of their dark rooms.
Well, yeah, out of their stale studios to shit talk old Bill Maher, the non-relevant, cantankerous crab.
Do you think he does these things just to I don't know?
Yes. He's no different from those right-wing buttholes who... It's that same thing from when they're 4-year-old kids and they stick their finger up their nose to make their mommy mad.
Look at me. Pay attention
Look
to
at me, mommy. I'm being bad. Yeah.
It's... Okay.
He never grew out of that. But listen, I'm trying to look for the Neil Gaiman tweet because a lot of comic artists and writers are going on Twitter and shit-talking him. Mm-hmm. But here's the Neil Gaiman tweet. Tell me if you need. So, and he's got it all. It's succinct right here. Maher, whatever his name is, Maher's just trolling, and lots of people are rising to the troll. Julie Burchill did it better 30 years ago with her quote, "There aren't any adult comics because adults don't read comics" line. I never heard of that. More people cared about Stan Lee's death than care about Bill Maher alive.
This is true.
Right. So that was some of the reactions to this story of not only Stan Lee passing, but Bill Maher being a butthole about it. The only kind of person that could take this sort of an approach is a wealthy asshole. Do you know what I mean? Because they got nothing to lose, and they, as a result of their total disconnection from society, they feel comfortable saying this. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, he knows he's going to piss off a bunch of nerds, and he's going to get a lot of tweets and attention about it.
Seriously.
So
it's not edginess. It's just sadness to me. Mm-hmm. To me, Nacho Nova.
What's he doing now, anyway? Does he have a show?
Couldn't tell you. I mean, he had a show on Comedy Central for a number of years, and maybe HBO or Showtime, one of those networks. I don't even know if he's got anymore. But apparently he's doing pretty good in the blog writing department. And when I say good, I don't mean good. But I think that's enough about Bill Maher. Mm-hmm. If this is the only time we ever mention him on the show, I'm good with it. All right, so that's the mustard segment. All right, folks, now, tell you what. We have a lot of stuff in store, but we have to take a break, and we'll be right back.
Thanks to all our sponsors, by the way. Yeah.
It's true. We appreciate the sponsorships, and we would like every one of our listeners to buy these products and services.
After these messages, we'll be right Remember, Harry, it's Marion's first holiday turkey, not a word if it's dry.
It's her first turkey.
It won't be juicy.
What they don't know is Marion's first turkey is America's first turkey, Butterball. It's always juicy because it's specially deep basted, so every slice is moist and tender.
Juicy turkey, Marion.
I knew it would be.
After all, it's Butterball, also available fresh.
We're Beatrice.
All right, welcome back to the show, folks. Happy holidays. And you know, it's not really a holiday right now, but isn't it officially like the first day of winter? Or is that next month?
Oh, I think that's next month. But I think it's like December 20th or some shit.
Hey, if you ask me, it's starting to feel like winter. It's been getting dark. I got allergies that turned into my man cold.
It's dark, it's cold, it's dark, and it's cold.
These
These
truly
are the
do.
things that remind me of sad winter.
These look like the end times. But hey, folks, it's not over yet. Stick around. The time now is 9:51, baby. So, hey, we want to get you to work if you're there already. Get some coffee. It's like, senioritis. Nobody's going to really care if you slack off the entire day. Hey, this is something I read on the internet. You do you. How about it? Look, I'm young. I'm hip.
He's doing the what is that, snorkel dance? What the fuck is that?
I'm doing the snorkel dance. I'm doing the walk like an Egyptian dance.
Oh, the lamest dances
I'm
ever,
doing
ever created.
the Pulp Fiction Uma Thurman dance. I'm doing the John
Disco
Travolta Staying Alive dance. I'm just a real free spirit, and I'm really quirk-dorkable, everyone. So, hey, if you're not at work yet, you got a lot of leisure time to look forward to when you get there. But that's work. That's the time. But something else that's going to be relevant, is the weather. Because this is something that you're going to be experiencing right now. Oh my gosh. Let me turn off the time music. Weather.
Alright, everyone. So right now it's 59, a cool 59 degrees, and just a little bit of sprinkles here and there. Only a 20% chance for the rest of the day, so don't get worried. It'll be okay. You can still drive to wherever you're driving to, or fly to wherever you're flying to for the beautiful, blessed holiday. This is true. Yeah, so we're at 59, and the low tonight will be only 47. So just wear the biggest coat in your closet, and your biggest hat, and your smallest scarf.
Hey, but you can wear that to bed too if you like. It'll save on the heating bill. This is something that Jimmy Carter taught me.
Yeah, you can do that, or you can also just be cold.
Yeah, but that's a little scary. But thank you for the weather update, Jessica. I think it helps me plan on not wearing my Lecoq Sportif shorts.
Those are good shorts.
I got them special made from Paris, France.
Is that true?
Well, Lecoq Sportif is French. I don't know what city in France they come from.
Oh, okay.
And they have a little rooster on them. Everybody, I'll take a picture. I'll put it up online.
Yeah, it'll be the cover art for this podcast.
Yeah, for paid subscribers only. Please. All right.
Please don't report us.
No, please. I mean, that's seriously. We live in really sketchy times.
Dire times.
All right, buddy. So, even though times are dark, here's the thing. Like, I heard this saying one time that every cloud has a silver lining, right? No. And it really made me start thinking. So, clouds, they do have a silver lining, and they're dark and scary on the inside. But here's another thing. If you extrapolate and take that idea and apply it to other things in life, bad things have good things on the outside. Consider a cloud, but you can consider other things too. So even though things are shitty, we do have great things to look forward to. And the greatest thing that keeps me waking up every single morning, our celebrity birthdays. Hey, they help us.
It's the little things.
Seriously.
Or the big things.
In this case, the monumental godlike things. We need celebrities to tell us how to be, how to socialize, how to interact, how to talk to each other,
How to look.
how to look,
How to be.
how to be, what to stress out about, and what to feel ashamed about if we're not measuring up.
And what to eat.
Oh my gosh, seriously. Okay, so listen. These are the celebrities that are having a birthday today. These are the people that we want to rhapsodize and celebrate. What'd you say? Subsidize? Hey, they're subsidizing us. I consider them the benevolent folks. I mean, they bless us with a little bit of their existence. So, happy birthday! Who do we got celebrating a birthday today? I'm going to start with the most senior of people on this list. Famous Goldie Hawn. Famous Goldie Hawn is turning 72 years old. Happy birthday, Goldie!
Wow, she's 72. She looks really good. I got sad just for a second, just because I thought I would be number one.
The oldest? Mm-hmm. No, you're not the oldest.
Not the oldest, but the most important.
But we're not going by importance. We're going by oldest.
Oh, okay. Happy birthday, Goldie.
Happy birthday. And now I'm feeling self-conscious because I feel like I'm slighting you with every other name I'm reading here. But please understand, there is nothing to be upset about. This is just age ranking here. It's a line. You know, I'm just a bouncer. I'm just reading a list.
Okay. Go on.
So that was the most senior on the list. And with trepidation, I will continue. Happy birthday, Bjork. We know Bjork.
Oh, I like Bjork, and I know who she is.
So she's celebrating her 52nd birthday.
Whoa.
Isn't that crazy?
That's crazy.
I'm getting older, and I forget what age I am. 21.
Wow, 52, huh?
Why do you say it like that?
I don't know.
Surprising.
Yeah, it is. Makes me feel old.
Well, she's done a lot of shit. I mean, she's been doing music since she was like a teenager, right?
She was. I saw something where she was like a kid and doing something. Like 7 years old, like did some commercial or I forget.
Okay, I buy that. She was like a little Michael Jackson. Or Stevie Wonder, you know? But that's crazy. 52 years old. Wow. So happy birthday, Bjork. Keep on Bjorkin. Next on the list we got happy birthday. We want to wish it to you, Troy Aikman, the football playing guy. Happy birthday. You're turning 51 years old.
Happy birthday.
He was on the Dallas Cowboys. He was the
number 21.
The ball tosser.
Wait, was he 21? I don't remember his number.
His number? You could give me 1,000 guesses and I wouldn't get it. But anyhow, that's him. He's celebrating a birthday. You pointed him out a couple days ago on television when we were watching it.
Oh, he was number 8.
So everybody, write down the number 8 on a scratch piece of paper next to you. That's the number of Troy Aikman. All right, so next on the list we have famous Carly Rae Jepsen celebrating a 32nd birthday.
32nd?
What do you say like that?
I just thought she was younger.
I guess if you think about it, she had her famous hit maybe about 6 years ago? So that would have made her 20s. Listen, I can't do the math. I never graduated from math school. But that would have placed her in her 20s.
All right. Okay, this makes sense. Okay,
Yeah.
Happy birthday, Carly. We all love you.
And, say hello to George and Judy and Elroy for us. So those are the folks that are celebrating their birthdays today, along with my famous wife. Mm-hmm. Okay, so happy birthday to my wife and also all these celebrities. I guess my wife is also a celebrity. She's a radio show host. Mm-hmm. Oh my gosh. Any birthday plans?
Well, I plan to eat birthday cake Put on a birthday hat. I plan to be in my birthday suit all day and night. And maybe have one drink. Or two. It is my 70th.
Yeah. Wow. Hey, if you can swing it, why the heck-a-rooney not? Well, happy birthday, Grandma.
Well, thank you.
Hey, listen. Birthdays are very special. We celebrate them, I would say, once a year. But here's another important thing. You know, when you're not having a birthday, you want to have something to look forward to in your day-to-day life. Wouldn't you agree? Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And sometimes it's really, really difficult to find something to look forward to. But luckily, we don't give up. You know, we persevere and we persist and we find things to look forward to every day. Now, me and my wife have come across something. We got our strategies here. I mean, we're not necessarily motivational speakers, but I think we could probably get into that line of work. But something that we have spent some time finding meaning in is television.
Oh, I like that.
Can I get an amen? Can I get a hallelujah?
Hallelujah.
Oh, jeez, I'm sorry. Hey, but, you know, I think if you're listening right now, you are probably the owner of a television or the renter if you got something from like Rooms to Go or something.
Or Cons.
Cons, that's the one I couldn't think of, man. It's all a scam. Cons.
They tell you right when you walk into the door.
Oh, yeah, seriously. They might just call it grifters furniture rental.
I can't believe that. How is that a thing?
Such a scam, Ola. And you know what? They might as well have their character have somebody who looks like the Hamburglar or something. You know what I mean?
Like
just
a little burglar with a money sack and a fucking ski mask.
A knife, like aimed at you.
Aimed at your couch. I'll take this from you if you don't pay me.
Pay up. Hey, but we love television. We don't like threats. We bought our television fair and square from Target, our 10-inch Vizio.
Wait, it's 28 inches.
Hey, listen, this isn't a contest. We don't have to exaggerate for the listening audience, all right?
Okay, I understand.
They have no way to verify this. And I'm comfortable admitting that our television is 10 inches. Listen, I don't want to get caught up in that pissing contest. You know what I mean?
Size doesn't matter.
Exactly right. By the way, I have a cold. Did I tell you guys about this? Anyhow, so there's a particular strain of television that we've been getting into, and this is something that I think is probably the most life-affirming of TV genres. That is the reality TV show, and this is a segment that we like to call Reality Bites. All right, this is our meat and potatoes. Or should I say turkey and mashed potatoes? Should I say that?
No.
Okay, good. I mean, no, bad, because I already said it, and I can't edit this.
Okay. Good.
So, this segment is our turkey and mashed potatoes. We like to watch a little bit of reality TV, or should I say a lot of it. And one of the takeaways of this week in reality TV is from a television show that we like to call Celebrities Dancing on TV. So this is something that me and my wife have gotten into. I don't know if we've brought it up on the show before, but to give you a brief synopsis, celebrities dance around on TV. And I'm using air quotes around the word celebrities because I would say a good 75% of these people I never heard about before.
A lot of B-listers and C-listers and some D-listers are on this show. And if you don't know anything about this one show, Celebrities Dancing on TV, just picture a less cooler version of American Bandstand.
Well, I don't know if I would consider American Bandstand to be cool.
Why?
Because it's square?
No.
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 I would think it's probably a direct descendant of American Bandstand.
Well, but so I guess the original is always cooler than the other.
Well, I mean, you make a point. But this show, I
A
would.
point, so it's not a good point.
That's true.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, it's not singing, it's dancing. Jeez, how would you describe this show to somebody?
So it's a bunch of celebrities get on stage with professional dancers, and they dance.
That's pretty much it.
They dance and they dance and
They dance the cha-cha.
sometimes they talk about their lives, which is not my favorite part. I don't care. I don't need you to try to put meaning to this shitty dance you're about to do.
Yeah.
But that's all.
Pretty much. So these people that you never heard of, and you may have noticed that there are no A-list celebrities in this show. Not that I've ever seen. So they dance around and they get judged by people who I don't know why they're the judges. I don't know how they got there. But they get judged on their dancing and they get eliminated one each week or two a week. And that's, you've seen reality competition
Sometimes
shows.
0 a week if it's Disney week.
Oh, yeah, because... wait.
Well, ABC is owned by Disney. Dancing with the Stars is owned by Disney.
We can get in... there's so much Disney shit talking I have inside of me. I could go off, but listen.
Do it.
Well, not right now.
If your man cold allows.
No, I believe the symptoms are too severe, and I just simply do not have the strength to continue. In fact, I'm going to do the rest of this radio show on the fainting couch, if that's okay with you.
On your deathbed.
Yeah. I have my attorney in here to read the last will and testament should I pass away from death. But this is something that I wanted to mention about this show. The celebrities dancing on TV. So we just saw, I guess, about 26 weeks of dancing from these people.
Jesus, is it that much?
Probably 52 weeks, to be honest.
Gross.
So they crowned a winner. They put a literal crown on someone's head. And that winner, from of all the celebrities and musicians and professional athletes and bachelor contestants, the person who won was a radio show host called Bobby Bones.
Boo.
I wish I had a boo on here.
I thought you did.
I got the oh hell no. That's all I got. So yeah, he's just a tool. I don't know how to explain this.
He's the biggest tool. The biggest. He's a horrible dancer. He did the floss. If you guys know this horrible dance craze. He did that. What else? He's not a good dancer. He's total cheese ball. I guess people love him though because he's got a famous country radio show or something.
Yeah, but people who like contemporary country music are, for the most part, butthole dumb bozos. Mm-hmm. And listen, if that's what you like, I don't mean to disparage you if you're listening on the radio. I've probably insulted you twice during this show.
We are not a country rock station.
Yeah, turn the station, please. But also rate us 5 stars. It's just, and we're both radio show hosts here, so we're kind of getting a little territorial, but it's just bogus. It's bogus. I mean, everybody,
You said it.
Everyone who's turning into this show is making a choice to listen to non-bullshit radio, and when they make that choice, they're choosing not to listen to Bobby Bones, right? Mm-hmm. So he won, and it was just a popularity contest.
It truly was. I guess they get phone call votes and judge votes, and I guess he had a lot of phone call votes.
People just call. He probably mentioned it on his radio show, right? Hey, call in for me, please. Hey, call in for me, please. Did you have anybody that you were rooting for?
That guy that came out in Fuller House. What's his name? I don't know his name, but he was a good dancer. I like Cheryl Burke, the professional dancer.
Cheryl Burke, who's that?
She's a professional dancer.
Aren't they all professional dancers?
Well, she's the one that I wanted to win. She was good. She's a good choreographer.
I'm gonna have to type her name in. I don't know who that is. Cheryl Burke.
She's a cute one.
Is that true?
Yeah.
Well, okay. I'm not going to be able to disagree with you on the air, by the way.
Well, just let me know. Let our listeners know.
No, because no.
You don't think she's cute?
No.
What?
I'm gonna have to find a way to edit this out too, because I don't want to be an asshole.
Okay.
Wow, she's younger than me.
How old is she?
May 3rd, 1984. So she's the same age as me, but by a couple months.
Oh.
It's crazy.
We didn't talk about this.
Yeah, I'm just surprised.
Why is it a thumbs down? Okay, who's your favorite professional dancer on the show?
I don't know. I have to line him up. Hey, but I can't put all this on. It's creep meat market stuff.
Isn't this what morning drive radio shows are all about?
I guess.
Oh no, we don't need to put this on. Why do we cut it off?
Right. Wait, I don't have any bleeps. I have to put a bleep on here to cut it out. It's impossible to cut out because of the music. But I have to find a way. How about I do like this? Hey, listen. I couldn't choose. They're all my favorites. And that's basically it for celebrities dancing on TV, right? Mm-hmm. They're going to start dancing around the country, probably in a coffee shop near you.
Mm-hmm. Or a dance bar near you.
I mean, other than that, is there any other reality TV stuff that we have coming up? I know they're about to start the new season of our famous TV show called The Bachelor that you got me into.
Mm-hmm. Also, we just finished up binging 90 Day Fiancé.
Mm-hmm. So 90. I mean, that's what. I mean, this is an insane television show to even explain the premise of.
Try.
Okay, 90 Day Fiancé is they basically just they document couples who, for one reason or another, are engaged to be married with people from foreign countries, and they get a fiancé visa, so they have 90 days to get married in America. And it's a documentation of the period leading up to them getting married or not getting married. And there's a lot of conflict, a lot of cultural clashes, you know what I mean? It's insane. I would recommend it. I mean, there's not really one major takeaway. It's just something that I would recommend checking out, folks.
It's good trash TV, everybody. It's a good show. I recommend it. I give it 12 Rotten Tomatoes.
Whoa! Holy smokes! I give it 6 bottles of champagne. All right, folks, that's the end of the Reality Bites segment. And you know what? Listen, we got to take a break. Stick around.
After these messages, we'll be right back.
Ragu introduces Chicken Tonight simmer sauces, and suddenly everybody's saying,
I feel like chicken tonight, like chicken tonight. Chicken tonight.
Choose from 4 new sauces. Each one's made with real vegetables and herbs, so you can make dishes like country French chicken and chicken cacciatore. Just brown the chicken, simmer, and serve.
I feel like chicken tonight, like chicken tonight.
New Chicken Tonight simmer sauces from Ragu.
Chicken tonight.
Welcome back to the show, everybody, and best friends. Thank you. Hey, listen, the time now is 10:20. It's still the morning. Still got a lot going on. Still want to make sure that you're getting to where you're going safe. Please, for Christ's sake, be safe. If you're already there, you should be safe there as well. So that's what's going on right now in your neck of the woods. Now, we want to turn things over for a moment to famous Jessica for the famous traffic report, right?
Yes, this is true. And I have a little bit of just some disappointing news, because as smooth as this traffic was this morning, it seems to be picking up, and we have a little bit of a wreck on Mopac and Cesar Chavez. It's almost over with. It's almost all cleaned up. But there is a slowdown there, and there is also a slowdown on 35 and Old Wharf South. 35 South. So everybody just, hold on to your hats.
Whoa.
Turkey hats.
That pisses me off. I wish things were more smooth in terms of the traffic down there. But luckily I'm not around that area, so I guess I can let it pass.
Mm-hmm. Just, it'll be okay. It'll be better soon. So, yeah, you guys just listen to that podcast you like to listen to, or listen to us. Sorry, keep listening to us. I'm not doing this right.
Well, I agree with the replacement suggestion that you had.
Just keep listening to us, okay? And you'll be okay. Also, it's my birthday.
I agree with you. Thank you, Jessica, for the traffic and birthday recommendation. Hey, everybody. So, we would like to tell you about something that's very relevant for this time of year, okay? We all know that this is Thanksgiving time. Now, traffic is a little crazy right now. I think tomorrow is probably the busiest driving day of the year, right? Like, isn't that the busiest traffic day of the year?
Yeah.
Ooh. Okay, so you may have the opportunity to listen to this podcast multiple times in a row. But we want to give you a little bit of Thanksgiving stuff right now. Whoa! Thanksgiving!
Yeah.
Okay, so listen. It's Thanksgiving. We all like to eat. We all like to sleep. And another thing. This is all stuff that happens on Thanksgiving, okay? So, let me tell you one or two things. Please, I want to tell you about some Thanksgiving stuff, folks. Sorry, I lost it. This is something that was suggested by Reynolds, and I'm assuming that's the Reynolds Wrap Company. Mm-hmm. So, they're probably a company that's existed for 80 years. Whenever they have a dip in sales, they probably freak out, right? And they have to find a way to justify this to their stockholders. They're like, well, we saw a dip. We're going to have to work. We have this strategy in place for the next quarter to help bring sales back up. And this article I'm about to cite feels like it's a direct response to 70-year-olds panicking about a dip in sales. This is the Reynolds Wrap suggestions for millennial Thanksgiving turkey recipes.
Ooh, lots of steaming. Steaming the vegetables in the oven. Maybe?
No, none of that. I think that's probably too complicated for millennials.
Oh.
But, I mean, I think the Insta Hot Pots or whatever those things are popular now. But let me tell you about some of the things that Reynolds Wrap is suggesting for millennials. People who like to spend $100 on avocado toast. What else? What else do millennials like to do?
They like to drink a lot of coffee.
And craft beer. Mm-hmm. They love renting and not buying. And they love to cook this stuff for Thanksgiving.
They love to not get married and not have babies also.
That's true. I just wish they would stop ruining America. Mm-hmm. And when I say they, I mean you and me. Because aren't we technically also millennials?
Yeah. And we're also not married and not having babies.
Well, what can you do? What can you do but be a stereotype? This is the Flavor Blasted Hot Turkey. Now, if I would just want to cut right to the chase, they're recommending you make a turkey and crust it in Flaming Hot Cheetos.
Oh, why?
I guess you just grind it up into dust and sprinkle it all over the outside and then stuff it on the inside. Because millennials like to eat hot Cheetos. I guess they're seeing hot Cheetos, the sales go up, and they're like, well, just put it on a goddamn turkey, you know?
Gross.
So that's the number one. And when I say number one, I mean number one with a bullet. That's number one recipe suggestion. Flaming hot turkey, flavor blasted hot turkey.
Like, is it like just turkey crust and turkey?
Crusted with hot Cheetos.
Gross. Okay.
Right, number two, you may think we're out of the woods, but we're not. We've gone from the woods into hell. This is the ranch flavored turkey.
Ooh.
Oh, what would you think if you were to make a wild guess?
I would guess that instead of gravy, it would be ranch.
That also sounds gross. This is very similar to the previous suggestion, but it's with ranch Doritos crust.
Oh no!
Is
there pictures of this? God, is there?
There's a picture of the hot Cheeto turkey.
Oh man!
And they have it with a garnishment of hot Cheetos and habanero peppers. Get the fuck out of here! So stupid.
You gotta take a picture of that with your phone from over there.
I'll put that on when we release the episode. I'll put it up on the website. So this second turkey. Listen, if you want to make 2 turkeys, do a flaming hot turkey and then do a ranch turkey.
Like a cool ranch turkey.
Yeah.
I mean, I would much rather try a Cool Ranch turkey than a hot Cheeto turkey.
And can I tell you something? If you're not interested in the ranch turkey, they are suggesting as an alternate a Funyun turkey. I'm not joking.
Oh, okay. All right. So then, out of all of those 3, I would rather have a Funyun turkey.
But like, where are their heads? Where they're just like they have no ideas except for coating the turkeys in chips.
Oh, do you think GoPuff has gotten so big where they're like, oh yeah, let's do what they're doing? Because GoPuff that's one of their things. Like, hey, I think one of their specials is like buy 5 bags of hot Cheetos and you get a discount or something. And a lot of their ads kind of,
Well, I mean, I think it's the GoPuff advertising increase for hot Cheetos is probably also these same people studying the upward trends in the sales of hot Cheetos that are just trying to ride that wave, I don't know. That's what it feels like. They're just following. They're like when you see the little fish that eat that suck on the bodies of the big fish to just like the parasitic fish. Mm-hmm. This is what this all feels like, is those little parasitic fish. All right. Hey, if you're not interested, if you don't have any chips, if you're not interested in that stuff, I want to recommend to you the acidic brine. All right. So let's say you don't want any of those chips, but you want to brine your turkey in something. You want to brine it in Mountain Dew. That's what they're suggesting. Mountain Dew brine. You soak it up in Mountain Dew. Isn't that silly? Isn't that condescending as hell?
Well, I do know there are a lot of my family members put soda and orange juice as a brine, like Coca-Cola.
To brine what?
Turkey.
Are you serious?
Mm-hmm.
Like what? Coca-Cola
and orange juice. I don't know.
Huh?
Yeah, I don't know what it does, but it does something.
No, I never heard.
I don't think that they're coming from a place like, oh, yeah, this is going to be good. I think it's just like this is a cool gimmick for young people.
I think they're just tweaking it for the young people. Like, oh, people use orange juice. Let's go ahead and tweak it and make it Mountain Dew. Mm-hmm. Anyhow, that's news to me. I have heard of people doing like soda brine for, God, what? I can't even think of it. No, beer. I'm thinking of like beer brine.
Well, like a pork belly, or is it pork belly? Pork roast, not pork belly.
I don't know. I've heard of people doing the beer, just like the stupid like Lone Star. You know what I mean?
Ew.
What? I didn't. It's not my suggestion. And the number one suggestion from Reynolds Wrap for millennials is the glitter turkey. Now, this is what it sounds like. It's the edible glitter, just coating the turkey in like the glitter glue kind of thing. So it glitters, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. But like, I think that if these are all of their suggestions, they have a huge misunderstanding of what millennials are.
Yeah, their marketing reps must be like 50 years old.
Yeah, put a mohawk on the turkey. Yeah. Put it on a skateboard.
That's awful.
Yeah, very condescending. I don't know if this is going to be anybody's cup of Mountain Dew, but I can tell you that I'm not cooking any of these. Maybe I will serve some Mountain Dew on the side. Maybe I will serve some hot Cheetos on the side. Yeah, this is a stretch. And as a direct result of this article, I hope Reynolds Wrap goes into bankruptcy.
Me too. Well, you know, I do like their foil paper. You know what? I thought this was going to be like creative ways to use Reynolds Wrap in your Thanksgiving Day meal preparation. I didn't think they actually had a list that, use all these funky, dorkable things to spice up your turkey.
That would have been nice if it was useful ways to use foil, because that actually might get millennials interested in cooking in different ways, you know? This is condescending. Nobody's going to take this seriously. All of these executives who suggest this are going to be out of a job within the next 4 months, because the next quarter the sales will decline even more, and they're going to the stockholders are going to know that none of this made any sense. All right, folks. Now, listen. We know you're probably not going to try any of these millennial Thanksgiving recipes. You're going to stick with the tried and true stuff. Here's my millennial tip. Anything your grandmother told you is good stuff in terms of cooking for Thanksgiving. So do that. And
I second that.
And psychologically, that's the stuff that's going to be the most significant anyway, right?
Like, I don't know how to do this, but I saw my grandma do it.
Yeah.
So let's do that.
But I mean, everybody wants to recreate the stuff that they loved in childhood. You know what I mean? And that's why I cook green bean casserole.
Oh, so good.
Okay.
I never had that growing up. I think the first time I ever had that was when I was, in my 20s, early 20s.
Pretty good, right?
Because I made it myself, because I had never had it.
Well, I like it. I think it's probably one of the best ways to have green beans.
It's great.
Now, folks, before we go, we want to let you know stuff that happened on this day because, you know, time is a flat circle. And it all comes back. So this is stuff that happened on this day, folks. Get into it. Is this the right? Yeah. All right, folks. So time is crazy. A lot of stuff happens. Just like something that happened this year, you may remember it happening last year, and it could have happened to somebody else last year too. So let me tell you about this, okay? Now, settle in. Get close to the radio. Turn the volume up, because here's a bunch of crazy stuff. Now, I'm going to start with stuff that happened a little bit more recently, okay? I'm going to work backwards. So here's something that happened fairly recently. In 2017, good old 2017, we remember that year. Pixar animation head John Lasseter takes 6 months leave of absence amid sexual misconduct claims. And I didn't know that until I read this here.
Oh, yeah, I didn't know that either.
No, I didn't know that. He's probably one of those Harvey Weinstein guys.
Yep. Anyhow,
I'm interested in figuring out if it was longer than 6 months, because you figure it should have been, right? And in addition to this is another thing that I did hear about, but it's just crazy that both of these stories came on the same day. Maybe this is why I didn't hear about this one. But on this day in 2017, CBS TV host Charlie Rose is fired after allegations of sexual harassment by 8 women.
Oh, I knew that.
That's the one that we heard. I didn't know it was that many.
Oh.
But that's the one that I remember hearing about last year.
So a lot of women.
It's interesting that the John Lasseter story went under the radar, I guess, because the other one was so high profile, you know. So, do you remember this? Check this out. This is something that happened on this day in 1999. Elian Gonzalez, Cuban boy, at the center of a heated 2000 controversy involving the governments of Cuba and the United States, departs from Cuba with his mother.
I do remember that, yeah.
So that all got started at this time in 99. Isn't that crazy?
I was 11 years old.
I think the craziest thing of that whole thing was that you see that picture of him. There's like a federal agent or something pointing the gun at his head. You know, he's like a little kid and hiding in the closet, and they got that guy with the gun on his head. It's crazy. Crazy, crazy. All right. This day in 1995, the new double Beatles CD was released with the new song Free as a Bird. And I was real into this when I was a little kid.
Did you buy it?
My mother bought it on cassette tape. It was a double cassette.
Nice.
And double cassette, the cases for those things were complicated as hell.
Ooh. Did I ever have a double cassette? I don't think I ever did. I don't think I ever did.
I don't remember a whole bunch of them, other than like reissues of double albums. You know what I mean? But this was a special occasion. It's the Beatles. They can do whatever the hell they want. You know. Now, I want to go back in time. Are you willing to go back in time a little?
Mm-hmm. Let's do it.
So I'm going all the way back to the year 164 BC.
Whoa.
And let me read it to you, okay? Judas Maccabeus, son of Matthias of the Hasmonean family, restores the Jesus Christ, temple in Jerusalem. This event is commemorated each year by the festival of Hanukkah.
Oh, cool.
Well, I mean, it wasn't celebrated this year, but this is the thing that is memorialized each time. You know what I mean? Like Jesus was killed on whatever day he was killed, and that's why people celebrate. Easter?
Yeah, I don't understand. Why do we have Christmas and Easter? When did he die?
Christmas is for when he was born, and Easter was for when Jesus died.
Is that when he
I couldn't tell you if that was when he
Birthed?
died or came back to life. Probably came back to life.
I think he came back to life.
So stupid.
What does the bunny got to do with that?
He came back to life in the body of a bunny, I guess.
Oh, okay. Like a puka.
Yeah, like Harvey.
Mm-hmm.
So, listen, those are all the things that happened on this day. You'd be hard-pressed to find another thing that happened on this day. Except for my wife's birthday.
Mm-hmm.
Now, folks, listen, we've had a lot of fun. We like having fun. We hope you have fun. But we got to get the hell out of the studios. You know, they do not want to pay us for holiday overtime, so we got to get out of here a little early. We hope you're okay with that, folks. Now, listen. If you want to wish my wife a happy birthday, you can reach her on Twitter at yourbutt.
Mm-hmm. Or Instagram at yourbutt_.
That's true. Now, if you want to report me for hateful conduct, you can do so at Nacho Nova on Twitter and Instagram. What else? What else do we got? What else is worth promoting? Don't eat romaine lettuce. It's contaminated.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
So I'm going to throw out our romaine lettuce.
Oh, and ground beefs.
What, don't eat it?
Don't eat it. There's a huge recall.
Damn, I didn't. Oh, yeah, you said that yesterday. Okay, so those are both terrible things. What else is going on? What else is happening?
That's it.
Is that really it?
It's Thanksgiving. Are we thankful? Are you thankful?
I am thankful. Listen, I am thankful even though I'm sick and totally exaggerating for sympathy, even though I'm not going to get it from anybody. So what the hell is the point? But I'm going to continue to do so. But that's just me. Listen, quixotic, right? Mm-hmm. Like Sisyphus pushing the boulder up the hill. That's me. Yeah, that's pretty much it, folks. The time now, it's 10:40, but we're getting out of here. We hope you have a good rest of your workday. I would say clock out early, you know, just maybe it's at lunchtime. Say you're going to work from home, right?
Just tell your boss, hey, I've had it with you. I'm going to go prepare my turkey.
It's true. You know what I would suggest? I would say, I've had it with all of you turkeys. I'm going to go home to another turkey.
Mm-hmm. And take it out of the refrigerator.
Yeah. Cook it for at least 4 hours, folks. It's a long time, but you can get it done. We believe in you. And we will see you again after the holidays.
And we are, just so you guys know, we are thankful for you, our listeners. We love you very much, and we hope you have a safe and happy holiday.
It's true. I agree. And I would have an easier time expressing sentiment, but I did a lot of knife fights as a child, so I learned not to reveal my emotions. It was just a matter of survival, folks. I hope you understand.
I understand.